I'm a homeowner here, and I am asking you to set the tax rate as high as you need it to be to generate sufficient revenue. I ask this despite my own home assessment going up by $65,000 this year, because I know it's what we need to do. I am a former math teacher, so I'm going to use a math analogy here. The slope of our revenue should be increasing to match the slope of our growth. Those lines should be just about parallel, but they're not. Our income does not keep up with our necessary expenditures. I know this is never an easy decision. You can't please everybody. But as elected officials, it's your job to balance the pleasing your constituents with doing what needs to be done for Stafford, and the latter should really be the priority. Stafford County has been growing at a tremendous rate. We're building houses, but we're not building schools. Not only are we we're not bringing in the necessary businesses to generate revenue, but we keep equalizing the tax rate. I don't want to pay higher taxes any more than the next person, but right now, where is the money going to come from if we keep doing what we're doing? I don't know enough about every line item in your budget to tell you what the magic number is, but I do know that wherever you set the tax rate, it had better generate enough revenue to meet the needs in this county. Our infrastructure is broken. There is no good reason why we can't fully fund the school budget request every single year. If you don't generate the necessary revenue to cover more than just the bare necessities, Stafford County is living paycheck to paycheck. And as a teacher in this county, I can tell you from experience that's a stressful way to live.
Our teachers, a priority. Making them more, paying them more, keeping them, priority. But can we go back and look at their budget? Can we go back and look at the budget we have for our county employees? Our library's cut its hours, but they're looking for more money. I just think that at this point in time where there's inflation, there's so much going on, we need to not raise the tax rate. We need to keep it lower, but yet we still need to do everything. And I do think we can do everything if we go back and look at it. And so I'm in favor of funding our schools, but not raising our taxes. We don't get extra money because we need more money for our families. Just tighten our belts.
The needs are tremendous in this county. And I've heard over many years a lot of people come up here and worry themselves to death over a little bit of a tax increase because they just hate the word taxes. Well, I'm sorry. We've got tremendous needs here. And we don't need just a school or two. We need several schools. We need a lot of renovation. We need new fire and rescue facilities, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So we just need to be realistic and stop kicking the can down the road. Thank you.
I've been told to never, ever make a comparison between Prince William and Stafford schools, but everyone does and everyone has to. Educators have to make a life decision to do what's best for themselves and for their families. A Stafford teacher next year will finally reach $70,000 in their 21st year. In Prince William, they would have achieved that in just their 10th year. If not fully funding the school's budget, the implications will be far worse than that. Educators will not stay when facing such a reality, whether they love their position or not. The current CIP, as it stands, does not address the needs of the growing school population. The county cannot afford to wait until 2029 for the next elementary school. I wholeheartedly agree that Stafford is a fine place to live. I chose to work and live here many years ago. The opportunity to improve conditions lies with this board. Thank you.
I want to share with you a startling statistic about Stafford County per pupil expenditure. We are currently ranked 118th out of 132 school divisions. Considering Stafford has one of the highest median household incomes in the country, we should all agree that we can do better. This all points to the fact that Stafford does not prioritize spending on grades K through 12 compared to other localities in the Commonwealth. What would happen if I told you our SOL test scores had us ranking 118th out of 132 school divisions? That would be an all-hands-on-deck emergency to figure out how we could raise test scores. Every day I talk with members that are asking, is this pay raise going to happen? Because if it isn't, they're leaving Stafford County.
With rising costs in food, gas, housing, this is the worst time to even ask us to pay extra taxes. I'm not speaking for me, I'm speaking for everybody in our county. We stand here and we look great, we drive nice cars, but we're not the only ones that live here. There are really some struggling families out there. I also wanted to mention, for those who wanted to target disabled veterans to take away their exemptions, that I am a disabled veteran, military veteran. So to target military veterans at this time is probably not a good idea either. We realize that the schools need funds, the teachers need pay raises, and the extra line items, however, need to be revisited and scrutinized. $23 million is a lot to ask. Where exactly is all this money going to go towards? We would like to know.
We have a endemic issue here with underfunding schools, and it is showing in our test scores. Our SOL test scores are going down. It is showing in our low retention rate for our teachers, and it is showing when you look at the per pupil expenditures of our neighboring counties as compared to ours. So though it is a hard time and there is a inflation, it is also very important as a citizen, that I see that our schools get the attention that they need and that they are fully funded. And I believe that you will find that most citizens feel that way.